In the Stargate universe, faster-than-light travel comes in two main concepts. The Stargates themselves, which use wormholes, and ancient starships which use hyperdrives. Across the three television series, Stargate SG-1, Atlantis, and Stargate Universe, the writers show these technologically advanced methods as a kind of understandable tech, similar to how Star Trek explains their warp drives and Battlestar Galactica their FTL jumps to their audience. The shows try to wrap wild science fiction ideas in just enough real physics to make you think that these concepts may one day have the possibility of actually being developed. So, how does the technology work? Let's start with the Stargate. A Stargate is a huge ring covered in glyphs that represent points in space. When you dial 7 or more symbols, you are basically entering coordinates. When the last chevron locks, the ring opens a wormhole to another gate somewhere else in the universe. On screen, this appears as a burst of unstable energy that settles into a shimmering blue event horizon. When you walk through, you are converted into energy, sent through the wormhole and rebuilt at the other end. In real physics, wormholes are a theoretical idea from general relativity called Einstein-Rosen bridges. They're like tunnels in space-time that connect two distant points. Instead of traveling the long way through normal space, you cut through the tunnel and appear somewhere else almost instantly. You're not actually going faster than light inside normal space, you are taking a shortcut through a different geometry of space-time. But real wormholes, if they exist, would be a nightmare to work with and control. Equations suggest that natural wormholes would be unstable and would collapse too fast to be able to travel through. To hold one open, you'd need exotic matter with negative energy density, something we've never created in usable amounts, and perhaps may never be able to. Stargate basically skips this problem by suggesting that the ancients figured it out. The gate's ring is made of a mysterious alien material and powered by advanced energy sources like Naquadah reactors or zero-point modules. The show does add rules to keep things consistent, giving a certain feeling of credibility. Matter can only move in one direction through an active wormhole, preventing two people from trying to step through at either end at the same time. Wormholes normally can't stay open longer than about 38 minutes, unless a massive power source keeps them open. It takes more energy to dial another galaxy as compared to traveling within the native one, where the Stargate exists. All these limits feel like the kind of technical constraints you'd expect in real engineering, even if the underlying physics is fictional. There's also the philosophical question of what happens to your body and mind. The show often talks about travelers being dematerialized into a pattern, transmitted and rematerialized at the destination gate. In reality, this would create massive issues and would most likely be impossible. You'd have to scan every atom and every quantum state in a body, send that data and rebuild it exactly, including all the connections in the brain that form memories and personality with 100% accuracy. The amount of information would be astronomical, beyond description. You have to also ask the question, if a person is torn apart, atom by atom, have they not been effectively destroyed and killed? Even if a new person with the exact memories and personality rematerializes, is it a different person? Has a clone of the original person been manufactured, different than the one that was torn apart and, in essence, destroyed? Ancient starship hyperdrives, on the other hand, are a different type of faster-than-light system. Atlantis is a city ship with a powerful hyperdrive that can jump between galaxies. Earth ships like the Daedalus use hyperdrives based on ancient Asgard technology. These drives create a hyperspace window and move the ship into another dimension or region of space-time, where distances are effectively shorter. In Star Trek, a warp drive bends space-time around the ship, creating a warp bubble that lets it move faster than light, without locally breaking the rules of relativity. In Battlestar Galactica, FTL works more like an instantaneous jump. Stargate's hyperdrive sits somewhere in between. You still spend time traveling in hyperspace, but from the outside it looks more like a jump, because the ship disappears from normal space and then shows up again, far away. Energy is another key point. Stargate often reminds us that none of this is cheap. Dialing another galaxy or using extra chevrons takes a lot more power, which is why they constantly chase better energy sources like Naquadah generators, zero-point modules, or even tap a black hole to power a gate. This actually matches real theoretical problems in modern physics. Keeping a wormhole open or creating a warp bubble seems to need huge amounts of energy and maybe even exotic matter. The show gets around that by saying only super advanced civilizations, like the Ancients, Asgard or Ori, can build and power this tech at full scale. The show Stargate Universe pushes this concept with the starship called Destiny. Destiny's FTL works differently from standard hyperdrive. It runs slower than most modern ships, but it can cover huge distances and operate continuously over long periods. The ship has been traveling for millions of years, following a path set by the Ancients to study the structure of the universe. The idea of a semi-autonomous ship traveling for ages without its makers is similar to real concepts like interstellar probes or generation ships. In reality, they would move at a fraction of light speed. But the basic idea of relentless long-term exploration is grounded in serious space science discussions. Could any of this actually be developed one day? Wormholes as shortcuts in space-time are allowed by our current theories on paper. That doesn't mean we know how to build one, stabilize it, or send people through it. Hyperdrives and warp drives also show up in real equations, but they run into major issues with energy, stability, and relying on the kinds of matter we've never actually observed. As far as we know today, both gate-style wormhole travel and ancient-style hyperdrives are far beyond our reach. Still, Stargate does something important. It respects the idea that the universe has rules. Technology in the show doesn't work by magic. It follows patterns, has limits, and breaks down in believable ways. Even if the science is not perfect, the attempt to make it feel grounded makes the world more immersive. The different versions of the technology make the universe feel layered and believable. The writers put limits in place to avoid constant time travel chaos. All of this helps keep the tech powerful but controlled. So the story stays about the characters and exploration, not about unlimited godlike technology. Stargate sits in a sweet spot between imagination and science. Like Star Trek's warp drive or Battlestar Galactica's FTL jumps, its wormholes and hyperdrives are story tools first. But they are story tools that grow out of real physics ideas, such as curved spacetime, theoretical wormholes, and the dream of cheating, the limit set by the speed of light. Whether you're stepping through a gate to a distant world or traveling on an ancient ship through hyperspace, the shows tap into the same core feeling. The universe is huge and mysterious, and maybe, just maybe, something similar to a Stargate could one day be more than just science fiction.